let's talk about Rolando Romero taking on taking on Eastside Cruz for Rollies. I don't know what's going on this morning. There's much stuff on my face this morning. We're taking on for Rollies Super WBA junior welterweight title. I think it's actually an interesting fight. You got some people that was like, well, if Cruz, if Tank can't beat Cruz and knock out Cruz, how can Rolly? Different weight class, and Rolly is a different fighter. And I felt that, I felt that Cruz. I just think he had a really good performance versus Tank. I think Tank really underestimated him. If we keeping it funky, I think Tank just underestimated him, and that's my opinion on it. That's my opinion, but I get why why people tend to want to pick Eastside Cruz. The pressure he likes to come in. I mean, the defense was a lot better versus Javante Tank Davis. Um, 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 but Cruz was just ass in that the last few fights I seen him with. He was just ass. He was just, it was a horrible. I mean, dude was terrible. I mean, any adjective that you could find like that, he just rushing in like a wild man. I don't know if it's because of the opponent. It seemed like he respected Tank Power, obviously. His defense was a lot on point. He liked to rush in. And obviously Rolly's performance versus Paw Paw, I mean, that wasn't good at all. And Rolly can't box. So to me, these some two non-boxing motherfuckers right here. I think Eastside Cruz look, because of the Tank Davis performance, he looked clean, but he ain't good neither. He ain't shit neither. I'm just keeping it funky. So when I was watching him, his last couple performances, I'm like, dude, trash. You know, and we could talk about height, reach, and record and all that type stuff, but to keep it funky, man, it really don't matter. Cruz know he got to cut the distance. And Rolly, I'll be surprised if he can maintain a distance. You know, so um, but it's a weirdly uh intriguing fight. You know, um, only reason Rolly got that belt is because Gary Anton DeRussell ducked Puello. That's how he got the belt. And Puello popped hot, so Rolly got a layup. He thought it was a layup versus Paw Paw, but they gave him the fight. You know, so if you Rolando Rolly in this fight, you know, and Leonard Ellaby said, well, Rolly got a plan and all that. Okay. He showed that he could follow a plan for a little bit versus Tank Davis. But um what you really want to do with a guy like Cruz, you want to work your jab. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yup. You want to work your jab. And Cruz is shifty. He can shift a little bit, but you find that jab. In my humble opinion, you able to find that jab. I feel like then you're gonna be able to do what you want to do with him. You know what I'm saying? He's so reckless. So keep that jab going. So in that way, when he walk in, he got to think about something. Keep that jab and try to line him up for that too. Occasionally, maybe throw a hook in there. That's what I would say. Occasionally, probably throw a hook in there. So that'd be my whole thing, you know. Um, but yeah, that'd be my whole thing, And for Eastside Cruz, I think you want to feint, make Rolly prove that he got a jab. He gonna try to line you up for the power punch. That's all he believe in is power punching. So he gonna try to line you up for the power punch. So you got to be careful when you walk in there. And if I'm Rolly, maybe I'll drop my power down to the bottom. Pause. Maybe I'll drop my power to the basement. You know, that's what I say. Maybe I drop that power down to the basement. You know, and really try to take the air out his tires. That's what that and try to really Cruz so small he probably ain't used to people going to the basement. But I think Rolly got you fight a guy like Cruz and you don't have a jab or you don't throw a jab, he gonna be able to come in and out as he wants, as much as he wants. So I think it's imperative. I think it's imperative for Cruz. I mean, for Rolly to have a jab. See, Cruz gonna come in without a jab, so that should tell you should throw a jab. That's gonna make him think. That's gonna make him think the most. Guys that don't use a jab, you gotta use a jab. And the thing about Cruz is he gonna try to come over the top of Rolly jab. But if Rolly able to maintain his distance, you know, and keep his hands home and keep his chin tucked, he should be all right. He should be all right in this fight. He ain't got the longest arm, 5'8", 68 and 8-inch reach. Cruz, but he still got a 5-inch reach advantage over Eastside Cruz. So if he with Ishmael Salas now. And shout out to Coach Bullet because when they talked to Bullet about Rolly, he ain't had no hard feelings about it for real. He wasn't no sucker about it, you know. So that's what anytime you have to break up somebody, and you fire somebody and they still and they don't throw the dirt on your name and shit like that, man. That's a dude that you should really, in my opinion, keep in the loop. Is my opinion. Because so many people in this industry, in this world, as soon as you tell them, hey, look here, man, we can't work together no more, they want to throw dirt on your name, whether it's in silence or whether it's publicly. And that's just the emotional part of a lot of these guys, man. And I tell y'all, we gotta, as men, we have to learn to control and master our emotions. If you don't, it's gonna make you, it's gonna really put you in a position to be, to be in jail, to be a shitty person, to act like a female. Like I had to learn that. I always say that. I had to learn that. Once I learned to not let, especially women manipulate my emotions, I was the shit. You know what GC said? I'm the shit. And if I ain't, y'all hoes, let me think what I think. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, 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 yeah. But Rolly got to keep that jab rolling. Oh, you like that? Rolly got to keep that jab rolling. Uh-huh. And he do. He catch Cruz. And I think Rolly should put punches together. Uh, don't just put a two behind it. Don't just look for a big two or a big hook. Uh-uh. Put Come back with a 1, 2, 3, 4. Uh-huh. Cruz. Cruz get out of defensive position too much. Mm-hmm. He reckless. So you got somebody reckless, you just follow the basics. Mm-hmm. Follow the motherfucking basics. You got a reckless, fighter on your hands. Just follow the basics. Just follow the basics, bro. That's what I would tell him. Follow the basics. You got a reckless fighter on your hands. Jab him to death. Even if you don't even throw the two at early on, jab him to death. Then drop the 2, 3. Sometimes, bait him with the jab, come back with the hook. And if you Cruz, if he don't use that jab, rush him. Do what you do. But Cruz, be a little bit more cleaner in your attack. Rip the body. Come up to the head. Live in his chest. Rolly probably don't even know how to hold for real. You know? But Cruz can't be as reckless because this dude can turn your power out. He awkward. So with Tank, you kind of knew what Tank was gonna do. With Rolly, he kind of got a little bit of that Wilder in him. Like he just do shit. He don't even know how he did it. You know. So he got a little bit of that Wilder in him, where kind of like you playing Marvel vs. Capcom, and the dude just mashing buttons and doing doing moves. They don't even know how they did them. Can't even tell you. They just master button masters and shit. So yeah, but in this fight, I'm gonna take Rolly, man. I just got a feeling I'm gonna take Rolly. Really, boxing conventional wisdom tell you to take Cruz. But Cruz has been looking bad, bro. And I'm gonna trust Ishmael Silas to get Rolly together. So I got Rolly winning this fight. I'm gonna go ahead and just say split decision. I think it's gonna be close. So I got Rolly winning this fight. I don't think he knock out Cruz, but I would not be surprised if Cruz won this fight. But I'm gonna pick Rolly to win this fight. Don't ask why. I kind of try to. I think Ismail Silas to be the difference, and I just think Esau Cruz is wild. So too wild, and he gonna get clipped a couple times. And I think Rolly could too. But hey, let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Check out the fight prediction playlist. Hit the link tree. Find me on X, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Appreciate the love and support. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Peace.